32 days of Lingus continues. Day 10. WrestleMania 10. 10 years in the making. I'm Cav Manning.
I'm Fauci Walnuts.
Here we go again. Another day, another show for the Lingus Mafia out there. Reviewing WrestleMania. You could find all your Lingus Mafia needs at lingusmafia.com.
You can follow us on Twitter at RealWrestleLingus.
Okay, WrestleMania 10. It was a big spectacular. They went back to where it started.
Back to Madison Square Garden, New York City, baby. March 20th, 1994, in front of 18,065.
A certain young man graduated that year.
Oh, yeah?
Thank you. I go, ooh, WrestleMania 10, and then I get to graduate. And then I get to gadget. Give Cavi a chance. Give Cavi a chance.
Oh, this was the first WrestleMania with
Hulk
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, I keep feeling like Linda's is going to come out.
Yeah, I know.
I
I'm
hear
tired
her
of this song.
entrance music. They had this music for quite some time after this.
Yeah.
They went through it for a while. No Hulk Hogan in WrestleMania. He did 9 years, and he did his service. We applaud you, sir, and thank you for your service.
No Tito Santana either.
Oh.
Didn't even get a
9 in
dark
a row.
match. Didn't get the dark match. This year's dark match was the Heavenly Bodies.
The Heavenly Hunks.
Not the Hunks, but the Heavenly Bodies beating the Bushwhackers.
Oofa. Little Richard sings to start it.
Little Dick?
Or is that Mark Marrow? I can't
sure.
tell. It turns into the Black Choir Church with all of them around the ring singing gospel.
Kick back, Hogan.
Yeah. But that's probably why he wasn't at this WrestleMania. He was like, I can't even go. That's like when you want to get rid of a demon, you put like salt across the doorway and it can't cross over.
Right.
There you go. So we got it was after Brett and Luger went over the top rope together. It was pretty good that they went over exactly together too.
Yeah.
Not an easy thing to do. And so they were both getting title opportunities. And they were everyone was going to wrestle twice.
Yeah.
If you succeeded through.
And how did they decide who was going to wrestle first?
They flip a coin?
Yeah.
I remember a coin flip for some reason.
Luger won. That's why Brett wrestled in the opening match.
You know what makes no sense kind of to do that, right? Mm-hmm. But then again, do you want that title shot first instead?
No, you want the title match last.
Yeah, but I mean, do you want to go for a title instead of having to wait for another title?
I was gonna say, yeah. Do you want the fresh match when you're fresh, your first match to be the title?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then defend it.
Yeah.
Or
yeah, because it's like, well, if you're Brett, you go, who cares? You know, the first one's the first one, whatever. You know, especially because you're very first, so you will have time to be refreshed.
Right.
Long time from them, because if it was Lex who won his Zuna match, he's fighting pretty soon afterwards, defending it. Which, if you figure you're beating Yokozuna, you're going to be worn out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was a bad move by Lex. If it was real life.
Bad move by him on winning that coin flip.
Well, he had to choose.
Oh, that's right. He did have the choice.
So,
sucker.
Pretty much match of the night starts the show.
There you go. Yep.
All right, everyone go home.
Brother versus brother. And
Owen.
no, I'm not talking about Butch Reed versus Coco.
Brett versus Owen. 20-minute spectacular. Fantastic
20
goddamn
minutes
match.
to fucking curtain jerk. How about that?
And Owen ends up with nut on his mouth after he's finished. You know that look. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Finished. Yep.
Looks like he got shot all over his face because his spit's all over his mouth, and he's worn out. And then he goes up to Brett, who's sitting in the middle of the ring, and flips him off right in his face. You know, see that? They show it from a distance.
Yeah.
And he gives him it right to his face, and then up and out. So, fuck you.
I don't care if you're winning the title later. Spoilers.
Hey, man, people who haven't watched. Cy Sperling is the guest celebrity.
Sign of the time.
Fucking hell. Cy Sperling gives the Fink hair.
He's not only the president, he's the client.
Oh, my God. Fink comes in there. What do you guys think? Everyone sits on their hand. Get lost. You look like an asshole is what you look like. Pretty good? Okay. Thank you. Mixed tag. Bam Bam and Luna versus Doink and Dink.
Yep.
Major botch ending. And I've always watched this and wondered how this was really supposed to end.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out because the way that Dink is laid out, where was he supposed to go? There was nowhere, because Bam Bam comes off one rope, Luna comes off the other side, and they're to splash him both together, top of him and bottom of him. Mm-hmm. They jump. Where is Dink supposed to roll to? He cannot roll quick enough to get out of that.
Yeah.
I think he was probably supposed to maybe roll into Bam Bam, because then he's at Bam Bam's legs getting out.
Oh, yeah.
And he rolls sideways instead, which is right in Luna's splash.
Whoops.
Nails him. And then Luna pushes him out of the way after she lands on him and then pretends that she's hurt.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, or was it Doink that was supposed to grab his legs and pull him out of the way?
Oh, that could have been it, too.
Because then it's weird because Bam Bam grabs Dink's hair before Dink can get out of the ring and just holds on to him. And the ref's like trying to pull his hands, like, what is this? He's like not letting him go. Mm-hmm. And it's that whole mask of hair thing that's,
yeah.
It's going to pull his mask off. It's a very, very odd ending. Maybe we should interview Bam Bam or Luna or Doink to ask about this.
Well, Dink's still alive. I looked it up.
Is Dink alive? Because everyone else is dead in here. And you know what else? I want to see if you mention something from the deaths.
No, probably not.
Okay, we're going to have to get down to it. After this, we get a Falls Count Anywhere. Macho Man, who was retired in WrestleMania 7.
He's back. Last year he was an announcer.
Last year he was retired again. Shit. Versus Crush.
Fucking Vince. You're getting old. Why don't you be an announcer?
I remember he wanted to do that program with Michaels that lasted a year or two.
Yeah.
And then he was going to retire from it.
But
they say, yeah. I'm like, yeah, in a perfect world, he would have retired afterwards, which would have never happened again.
That's true.
How long did he wrestle after he went to WCW?
He was there for a while.
Was it another 10?
A long time. I don't know.
At least
10,
5.
A long time. He was there up semi near the end.
I was going to say, did it end with him there or he's gone?
I think he was gone before it ended.
So Falls Count Anywhere, I remember Crush getting strung up
Yeah.
in the back, and then he like fell down before it was time.
Right.
Oops, sorry. Apparently Macho was not a Boy Scout.
Nope.
Didn't do one of these goofy knots. First time ever, there was a fan fest finally. And it looked better than the one we went to.
Man.
There's Paul Bearer in the casket holding a kid.
Yeah, that's cool.
Looked like a pedophile in a casket. Leilani Kai returning.
Hey, we talked about her a few days ago.
Leilani Kai versus Alundra. I know Leilani Kai must be in a daze because she was facing Alundra Blaze. How long is this match?
Not long.
4 minutes. It's a who cares match. This is when Alundra Blaze was world champion, and it was let's drag someone out of mothballs to challenge you. You'll never lose, so who cares?
We're not going to actually build up anybody else. We're just going to.
It was so bad. It was so bad. HBK in the back with Rhonda Shear from Up all night, looking at her titties the whole time. And how old is Rhonda Shear now?
Oh, didn't you tell me? Didn't you tell me this last week or a few days ago?
What did I do? No, I told you about Kathy Lee Crosby.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, how old's Rhonda?
61.
Oh.
She was, I believe, 40 at the time of the Mania. So we got HBK in the back there trying to get in her panties. And who cock blocks?
Who was it?
Burt Reynolds.
Old Burt himself.
Wearing a Florida State jacket, a leather Florida State jacket zipped up to the top with a broken wrist. And probably from beating off to Rhonda Shear vigorously. So he's standing there and he takes over Rhonda Shear. She goes, "Oh my God, Burt Reynolds, Burt Reynolds!" I go, "What year is this, Burt Reynolds?"
Yeah, no kidding.
Evening Shade over
94,
here with his wig, with his Cy Sperling give him a wink as he walked past.
No shit.
And then HBK's back and goes, "Hey, she's mine. She's with me." And he goes, "Why don't you shave down that chest and push it back?" And then what does Sean do? I love it. He unzips his jacket and goes, "What do you got in there?" You know Burt Reynolds is a mess. So that happens. Then we go to a match, and we get Men on a Mission versus the Quebecers for the tag titles.
With Johnny Polo.
I was just saying, Raven manager. Raven is managing. And, of course, this is a count-out. Because, God forbid,
another title match ending in a count-out or DQ.
And rapping is Oscar. And I say this every time. What was his name? What was his rap name?
What the hell was it?
Why do I know this?
I don't know.
It's burned into my head because I looked it up back in the day when there was barely an internet.
What is it? Tell me.
It is Casanova Ace.
All right.
Casanova. And it's a horrible rap. Yeah. Let's go. Yo, yeah. And it's like, he doesn't say anything. And then he does a terrible rhyme because he goes, you know who it is. If you're ready to get busy with Man on a Mission, say, whoop, there it is. I'm like, he says is, and then is the rhyme? I could rap better than this slob. I don't know if he's dead.
He's still alive.
All right. It's like you went through
wait,
that.
no. You know what? I don't know because he doesn't have a Wikipedia page.
Oh, boy. That's bad then. That's real bad. Rhonda Shear is now ringing the bell. Donnie Wahlberg is the ring announcer. Mm-hmm. And the ref now is Mr. Perfect. And thank God he's wearing stripes that are horizontal. Or no, vertical, sorry.
Yeah.
Because horizontal, he's a little bit chunky at this. But they're like, look, who's returning? And I'm like, hey, wasn't he last year still wrestling? No.
Yeah.
He's up with that back injury.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. It's now title time, and it's Lex versus Yoko.
Yep.
And Lex can never get this, but they won't give him anything.
No.
He never got a belt ever.
I'm glad he didn't.
That was pretty good, yeah. When the way it all turned out,
I hated Lex.
Yeah, he was... And here's the funny thing is, you think about it, you go, this is revenge for last year. Mm-hmm. He knocked out Mr. Perfect with his plate in his arm.
Oh, yeah.
And then HBK getting a fight back and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So... he's the ref now, and
Perfect's the ref. Yep.
Yeah, and screws over Lex. It's like, well, sorry about that.
Well,
here's another little quick 2-second match because
35 seconds.
Harvey Whippleman comes out to yell at Harvey. Harvey Whippleman yells at Harvey Whippleman. Harvey Whippleman yells at the Fink for saying you're a slob, you look like an asshole. Now the only difference is you have hair. Mm-hmm. And of course, Fink pushes him down because this led to a tuxedo match down the road.
Oh God.
Oh
God!
It's like a pedophile or a gay guy. I think this was probably what's his name? Patterson's idea. Let's have a match where they rip each other's clothes off. Whoever gets naked, it loses. While I sit in the back and jerk off. So now we had Adam Bomb came out to grab old Fink. Earthquake followed him, did the tremors and squashed him.
35 seconds clean.
And then he handed over those glasses to Becky Lynch and said, enjoy. We get another match of the night, which could be rivaled, but this is a different type of match, so I don't qualify it as just straight match. Mm-hmm. HBK versus Razor Ramon in the undisputed Intercontinental title match ladder.
2 belts hanging over the ring.
2 belts, 1 cup. 2 belts, 1 champ.
Yeah.
And it was like the first real ladder match. Obviously, we had Shawn and Brett on a Coliseum home video.
Yeah, that nobody talks about.
Yeah, but this is a great match that put it on the map. Razor Ramon winning it. And it could have went horribly wrong because Razor bounces into the ropes.
Oh, yeah.
And shoulder blocks the ladder
to
knock Shawn into the rope to catch his leg.
Yeah.
He shoulder blocks the wrong side of the ladder, which spins the ladder and could have just put him in a wrong place.
Yeah, I always thought that looked weird.
Yeah, it could have been the wrong place, but he ends up it's perfectly landing. Mm-hmm. And he ends up over the top rope, gets caught. Can't get
Shawn's
foot
the
ladder
tied in the rope.
Mm-hmm. Now it's a Brett video package, and they cannot play the music. No, they cannot play the music. And I knew immediately what it was because I went and bought the CD at the time because I liked the song that Brett's video package was in. And it was Tom Petty. Look at me, mama, I'm making some noise. Now they just play some generic guitar music. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You really, it's so sad. It is so sad
to get the rights.
Oh, my God. It just drives me crazy with this. So they do that music montage, and it's pretty whack, generic music, followed by Yoko package, Squashing Jobbers.
Yeah.
all he does is smash people, and it's like where he's doing that Superstars thing, and he's literally just letting himself fall on them. And there's like, I'm like, their chest is touching their back. They are squishing them. I remember one guy yelling, "Get him off me! Get him off me! Get him up!" Like he's dying. I would love to hear some of these stories.
See, they could have scrapped these video packages for that tag match. That got pushed.
Well,
because there was no buffer between that
more
ladder match and the title match.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody really does.
Nobody cares about that. Everyone. So we got Yoko and Brett. The ring announcer is Bert, and the timekeeper is Jenny Garth, and the referee is Piper.
Yep.
Old Pipe.
Old Pipe is back.
And so this match is 10-minute match.
Yeah.
10-minute World Championship match.
It's a rematch.
Brett wins by goofiest thing in the world. I don't understand this ending at all.
Yeah.
He's killing Brett. He pulls him to the corner for the bonsai drop. He gets on the second rope, loses balance, falls backwards, and Brett pins him.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it.
Wasn't like Brett working the ankle or some shit for a little bit? So that's what they were trying to say.
Is that what they're trying to say?
Yeah.
Well, come on now. He could have limped, grabbed his ankle before he got on the ropes.
Yeah.
Kind of stretched his foot, something. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
He got on the top rope and started shaking the ropes and fell backwards, and then was just pinned. Some championship. So then everyone comes running out to put Brett on their shoulders.
Yep.
Let's all jerk off.
Jerk off to Brett.
And then Owen shows up last. It is so great because he looks at him. He's like, "Motherfucker, I got you." And you still end the night
as the
champ, and everyone's gonna remember this, and no one's gonna care that I just beat you. And it's like if you had the belt first, I would have been world champion.
Yeah.
It's like, you bastard. So I thought that was a fantastic end to that whole deal. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
So what are your final notes for WrestleMania 10?
The only other note, like we said before, was first meeting without Hogan, but this was also Randy Savage's last WWF match.
No kidding. Last match in WWF. Next night on Raw, does Vince come out and say, "Want to thank you for him for being here. We couldn't work out a contract." Remember that whole deal?
Yeah.
He said it flat out. I couldn't work anything out.
Those not with us any longer: Owen Hart, Bam Bam Bigelow, Luna, Doink, Macho Man, Crush, Mabel, Yoko, Earthquake, Mr. Perfect, Roddy Piper.
And I knew you would forget him.
Who did I forget?
Joey Morella. Died in 94, car crash. He fell asleep at the wheel with old Bruno sitting next to him.
Wow.
Who's Bruno?
Oh, Whippleman.
Yeah. Whippleman was
Downtown
wearing...
Bruno.
He was wearing his seatbelt. Joey was not.
Yeah.
New Jersey Turnpike.
Crazy.
On 4th of July. Fell asleep at the wheel and died. That's your day today on the 10th day of 32 days.
It's got many days left.
Lingus.
Hope you're enjoying it.
So, I'm Cav Manning.
I'm Fauci Wellness.
See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.